If you're this stressed on Tuesday, what's going to happen Friday night at 10?
Tune in and find out.
This week, our Genie Dream Team takes us for a magic carpet ride as they attempt to transform this high-dollar fixer-upper into a rockin' Moroccan Casbah.
Whoa! See that?
This celebrity homeowner has agreed to hand over her keys to our Pasha of Power Tools, Steve Watson. He's the Ayatollah of attitude, the Caliph of construction, and he's got just 5 days to create a lifetime of Arabian Nights.
Welcome to Monster House. That's Monster House.
Our house was plain and simple. It was safe and normal. It was nice and sweet, but we all agreed we could use a change. And then something happened that was very strange, 'cause a van showed up, all our stuff went flying, and my mom was crying till the job was done. Now it's a monster house. It's a monster house. It's a monster house, and we all just love it. It's a monster house.
Anne Ramsey played Helen Hunt's kooky sister on the NBC sitcom Mad About You.
I was on Mad About You for 7 years, and I was able to purchase this home.
But when the series ended, so did the steady paycheck.
I feel like something else is right around the corner, but you never know. That's just the nature of this business.
So she's asked Steve to turn her ocean view retreat into a Sultan Shangri-La.
A Sultan's house kind of evokes drama and also sort of a luxury, too.
Anne has agreed to leave all design and construction decisions in the hands of Steve and his crew. All she'll know is what she can see from the motorhome parked out front. Steve summons his design team to help figure out how to bring the Middle East to Southern California. Designer Oscar Albuerne, decorator Tara Stevenson, and Mohammed Tazi, owner of Badia Designs.
Anne Ramsey's the homeowner, and I've spent some time with her. She's really cool. She needs some help with this house.
Yeah, her master bedroom's in the back here.
We can create a really beautiful bedroom for her with lots of textural velvets and fluffy rugs.
It's just not my area.
Of a retracting screen that goes around the bed.
Well, how do we make that monster, though?
Let's automate it. Let's put
Yeah,
it on a
just-
motor.
On a motor.
Put it on a switch.
That'd be great.
I'm thinking, some fish scales, and create a real simple fish scale pattern going in there. Maybe some little votive candles and set on them.
I'm feeling the fish scale, and I'm feeling the votive candles and all that stuff, but if we don't have at least 150 candles where you can feel the heat from across the room, I'm not gonna be satisfied.
She has these terraces that come down to a patio in the back that's not being utilized very much.
A Sultan tent would be a good idea for there with some canopies with exotic colors on it.
Maybe we can come off the rooftop over here with some canopies.
Yeah, sure.
Swing
actually.
forward with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're gonna do canopies though, I like the idea, but these aren't just little awnings. These have to be huge. I mean, I'm talking 20 feet in the air and 15 feet long, huge canopies. You can see them from the ocean.
Probably put a portal over here and bring a handrail all the way down that leads you down to the lower terrace.
When I think of Morocco and the Middle East, I always think of like very lounging kind of atmosphere. I think there should be like a lot of throw pillows and rugs and kind of create an outside-inside feeling with lots of seating.
Yeah, we could do some
Make it
low-lying
look
benches
nice. That
going
would be
around the
beautiful.
perimeter.
Maybe a fountain, which is very important in any courtyard or backyard, that you will find a fountain.
But a fountain to me is not very monster, unless you make it blow some fire.
Well, why don't we make it a hookah fountain that's blowing fire?
If I'm in a boat out in the ocean, I want to see this flame coming out of this fountain. So if we're going to do a hookah fountain that's going to blow fire, it's going to blow like 20 feet in the air.
Put our hookah fountain right in the middle. It'll be a focal point, give you a nice entertainment area.
Here's the plan. The overgrown patio area will be cleared to create a plush Tunisian terrace. 18-foot poles will support hand-sewn, multicolored canopies. Low benches will be constructed around a tile fountain that both spouts water and shoots flames. The exterior stairway will get a gate, railing, and a handcrafted Moorish metalwork on the chimney wall. In the bedroom, the fireplace will be topped with a fish-scale tile piece that holds 120 votive candles. The bed will be surrounded by a sheer curtain suspended from a motorized track.
Well, let's do this thing. Great job, guys. Thank you.
Great.
Sure.
Thank you, Mohammed.
No problem.
Good job.
The plan is in place, and it's time to start building. Our 5 Barbary pirates emerge from the ocean mists. Garen Michael, carpenter and upholstery expert. Eric Boyd, electrical whiz kid. Kent Wilgis, tile specialist. Jeff Crazy Bones Jones, master welder. Martin Duffield, general contractor. The challenge, complete the entire remodel by midnight Friday. The prize, tools from Makita and ESAB worth over $3,000. Suitcase in tow, our actress homeowner appears for the traditional turning over of the keys.
How's it going?
How are you?
Good. I need to take those keys.
Okay. Bye. Steve, be good to me.
I'm gonna be good to you.
Okay. Be nice to me. Please be nice to me.
Don't plan to get home anytime.
Inside, Steve lets the genie out of the bottle.
We're gonna start here in the bedroom. What I want right here is I want a screen that opens up, mechanical screen, that's actually gonna be built into the ceiling. Screen that comes around like a mosquito net. Now on this side, it's gonna be badass. Right here, top of this fireplace, want some mission tiles, cut, fish scales going all the way up to the ceiling, put candles and stuff in there. It's gonna fit our theme, it's gonna look perfect in this room. Let's go outside. We're gonna take all this shrubbery down. Gonna flatten everything out, level it out. We're gonna have this nice sitting area. We're gonna build a couple of canopies, one going over and another one coming down. For the outside of the chimney, that's where the metalwork's coming in. I want nice designs going all the way up the side of this fireplace. You're the metal guy, so you're gonna be busy right here.
Very cool.
Feeling good? I want a low sitting area all the way around these 3 different walls. In the center, want this fountain. This fountain has got to bubble fire. Basically, that's just a big hookah right there in the middle of some water with some tile around the side. I want fire coming out of the top and bubbles of flames coming out of the water.
Lots of flames.
Lots of flames. Got to have the fire. I like the way this guy's thinking.
Good.
All right, guys, we have one more thing. We got to keep this area private. We want a big gate, big iron gate right there just to keep this place locked off. This is somebody's house, so it's got to be functional, got to be safe, but it's got to be bitchin'. She's moving back in a week. Let's get to work.
Let's do it.
Straight to it.
Awesome.
The build kicks off with a chainsaw massacre as Kent and Eric hack their way through 40 years of overgrowth. Clearing out this brush will double the size of the canopied veranda.
This is my little mini-me.
Eric removes a lemon tree to make room for the fountain.
The shrubbery is very much like barbed wire. We just destroyed the chainsaw.
Out front, Crazy Bones gets a shipment of 2-inch steel pipes from Industrial Metal Supply.
That's what we've been waiting for. This stuff, basically the poles that are gonna hold up most of the awnings.
To support the weight, the 21-foot poles will need to be planted in at least 3 feet of concrete.
X marks the spot.
Bones breaks ground on the first of the 8 post holes.
These guys right here are a classic example of what needs to be going on their first day of the build. They're working, you know, they're on their hands and knees, they're making things happen.
Crazy Bones and I, we've been getting along pretty good. We have the same attitude, just work, get it done, get going.
Want to use this bad boy?
Sure.
A shipment of lumber brings carpenter Martin material to start building the fountain. But a simple squared-off frame isn't going to work.
What are we doing?
The patio slopes down for drainage, but the water-filled fountain needs to be level.
Okay. Well, way off here. It's going to be pretty crappy trying to make that work.
Yeah.
Well, the grade on the concrete is so severe that we're about 5 inches out on the framing, so we need to adjust the framing for the grade.
To solve the problem, Martin builds an open-ended rake wall and measures each stud to account for the slope.
Good?
Right there.
Yeah, 21. Tell me when. Oh! Oh!
Perfect.
Is that good or is that good?
You won't
like
notice,
it?
You won't notice this angle at all once
I
it's
like
finished.
it, baby. Okay, let's go and make 2 of those.
Martin likes it.
I like it. Oh!
Out front, Anne and her friend Rebecca sound the build's first sour note.
This is my lemon tree that I've made lemonade from. And do you think that I can replant it? Maybe I'll plant it here in this hole. Rebecca, what do you think of that hole? It's a good hole. It's a good hole for a lemon tree.
In back, Martin and Garen finished the front side of the fountain frame with a cutout to make room for propane tanks.
How's that? That's good. Yeah, we're good across the back. We're just a tad high, but we're pretty level. God bless all who sail in her.
Eric and Kent have spent most of the afternoon digging the 8 post holes. The ground turns out to be a hard-packed mix of root and rocks.
Solid rock.
By 6:30, there isn't a single hole deeper than a foot. This is a problem because a concrete crew is set to start pouring at 3 tomorrow. What they need is a better tool.
Gotta get a big old auger.
But it's too late to get an auger here tonight. So they order one for morning delivery and call it a day.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Leave it for tonight.
Tuesday! Day 2 begins with the builders in a hole. 8 of them to be exact. The post holes need to be dug completely before the concrete arrives at 3. But the auger they need to finish digging isn't here yet. They've also uncovered a crumbling wall that's going to need shoring up. So Martin and Garen build a form for a concrete footer that will double as a bench seat. Out front, a delivery arrives. No auger, but some critical conduit.
We have to run an electrical line for the fountain. And so the easiest way to run that into the concrete is to cut it out.
Steve and Kent cut a trench for the power line.
That's Monster House!
While Eric taps into the house power. It's 11 a.m. by the time the auger finally arrives.
And it's for drilling out the big holes for us to put our post in, because we have to go 3 feet.
This monster machine gives new meaning to the word boring. Eric and Garen hop on this burrowing Bronco and hang on for the ride. 1 hole down, 7 to go. Nearby, Crazy Bones is facing a deadline of his own. Each pole will be topped off with a decorative spear tip that he'll need to fabricate from scratch. There's just one small problem.
The material's still not here, and it's 11 o'clock on Tuesday.
With 2 hours left, only 3 of the 8 holes are ready for concrete.
If we don't have these holes ready for him, he just might leave us hanging.
But at least Crazy Bones' metal shipment has finally arrived.
Now maybe we can pull this off before the concrete truck gets here. You gotta weld the spheres on top of the pipes. It's gonna look something like that.
He's got 8 spears to make and less than an hour to do it in. The concrete pumper pulls up right on schedule. But Bones isn't even close to
I
done.
think we got 2 down and 6 more to go.
On the patio, Garen and Eric power through a tangle of roots to finish the 8th and final hole. Kent mops up with the post hole digger, but all this hard labor is rubbing him the wrong way.
I prefer you guys give us a hand. I think reality TV sucks. And that's the truth. Just it comes to the point where when we need the help, it doesn't seem like it's there.
Yeah,
that's cool. We'll handle it.
We got to do
Get
it.
it done.
You know, it's our job. We're the ones getting the tools, Ken.
Yeah.
to be pissed off about people, about the production crew not helping us or the host. I think that's a little bit ridiculous. It's supposed to be hard. If it's not hard, what's the point?
No, what's wrong? What's going on with you?
Waiting for the concrete.
Steve tries to find out what's behind this sudden outbreak of grumbling.
I'm just stressed.
Okay, and that's fine. If you're this stressed on Tuesday, what's gonna happen Friday night at 10?
Tune in and find out. It's entirely possible that all the other builders think that I'm the odd man out here, but I am trying to work hard and help the team get the job done.
The concrete mixer arrives, ready to start pouring. Bones is only on pole number 3, but he gets an unexpected reprieve. The concrete is too thick, and so are the guys working the truck.
Are you kidding me? Before he pumps anything else, I want him to clean that stuff over there. I want all that stuff in the front yard and get this stuff out of here. I just told him not to pump another damn drop until they clean that yard up.
But the concrete circus act doesn't last long enough for our time-crunched welder.
I got one pole ready for the upper level. You guys want to pull that off my table so I can put the next ones on there and start going?
To buy some time, they fill the footer first. Then dedicate the first pole to the heroes of Iwo Jima.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Time to get ready to stop this thing.
Yeah.
If he stops it now, he's good. There we go. Oh, not so bad. It's gonna set perfect.
The rest of the poles go up without much hassle, but Bones didn't make the deadline. He'll now have to weld the 3 remaining spears from the top step of a ladder.
I don't necessarily like heights, but I gotta do what I gotta do.
The sun sets on day 2. The poles are standing, and today's concrete crisis has been overcome.
Shall we call it a day, guys? What do you think?
All that's left to do is just about everything.
Wednesday.
Hump day.
Day 3. The poles are up, but the fountain is barely begun. The bedroom is untouched. There's a ton of metal to weld. And a massive canopies need to be sewn together from scratch.
We usually don't do a lot of sewing on this show, but we have a monster seamstress. Garen is our seamstress for the week. He's gonna be sewing our canopies. There's a lot to do, so I'll be here for a while.
The job is immense by any standard. Garen has 16 different panels to measure, cut, hem, and hang 18 feet in the air. But before he gets started, our tile expert Kent suggests a major change to the design.
He was saying that he wanted to put rods through each of the fabrics. I don't think we need.
Pencil rod? Or that's...
I don't think we need that.
Well, I mean,
If we
pencil
just-
rod would give it that very distinct...
Every 2 feet, there's going to be a rod.
Yeah, you gotta do that. Well, I'm with Garen on that.
All right, that's fine. Well, Garen, have at it then. It's your project.
Okay.
I mean, that doesn't mean you guys can't help each other.
Well, I was going to give my opinion, but it doesn't seem to be needed, so.
Kent goes back to the project he's supposed to be working on. The fish scale tiles for the fireplace. But his mood has once again turned sour.
I have no idea why they won't even listen to what I'm saying. So, we'll see how it works out.
Crazy Bones and Eric begin fabricating a metal frame for the front gate. On the patio, Martin bolts the fountain frame into the concrete. In the bedroom, Kent takes another stab at flexing his creative muscles.
I think that looks better than it will look if we do it all the way up. I mean, here's my reasons. These are going to be halves. You're not going to be able to put candles in there. I mean, you could, but I think it'll be a lot. If we leave it this way, it's 45 candles.
Okay, that's 25 inches versus 45 inches, which already makes it smaller.
You know, big is not always the best.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have a quick little meeting in here.
Rather than force the issue, Steve puts Kent's design change to a vote.
Okay, here are the 2 ideas for this mission tile design. There was one idea, which is to line them up in this pyramid fashion, which gives you 45 candles. You see it right there.
My idea was to build a frame, a couple of walls up, take all these up. You're gonna have about 120 candles. It is all gonna be uniform. By show of hands, who thinks that bigger is better on this design with this build? That's 3 to 2? Yeah. It's 4 to 2, it's all I care about.
But Kent can't resist a parting shot.
Let me add something here.
Okay.
You're talking about bigger. The fountain I envisioned for down there would have been big. It would have been monster size.
Right.
That's small.
Okay.
I would have built the fountain way bigger, even with the hookah.
This is still gonna be bigger.
Dude, you're the host.
We're done.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and build this the way they want it. In my opinion, it's gonna look like. I think it looks nice the way it is, and more is not always better.
It seems our testy tile guy is having a hard time finding the eye in team.
I've not been able to do one thing creative at this point, period.
Meanwhile, homeowner Ann breaks Monster House rule number 1. No peeking.
How's it going?
Good.
Let's see. You can't be over here. And I'll tell you all about it on when you
tell
move
me all
back
the
in.
secrets?
I'll tell you all the secrets.
Really?
Yeah. But this is pretty much.
Like what went wrong?
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you that. This is pretty much this is pretty much your line in the sand. That's your line in the sand. Well, you can do that, but I'm gonna send security out here. People, I swear, just because you're a TV star, you can do what you want.
While Ann can't peek, there's no way to stop the neighbors.
What's going on? Hey there.
Can you give me a sense of what's going up here?
These are just poles for a big canopy that's going to be hanging.
But is it permanent?
Is it permanent? Yeah, it's in there.
It looks like an eyesore.
What you have to understand is today's only Wednesday. We have 2 more days of the build. And just like with anything, it's got to be ugly before it's pretty, just like any construction.
Once again, Kent offers his opinion.
If this was my house next door, I would have a bomb sent at this house right now.
Inside, Steve is about ready to explode. Kent has taken down his pyramid and walked off the job.
Kent keeps trying to skirt responsibilities. Now, I'll put him on a build because something he said that he was here for. He's here to do tile work. Put him on the tile work and he finds other things to do. He wants to make things easier on himself. And every time something seems like it's getting, like it might be a little bit too much work or like some work that you just don't feel like doing, it seems like you get a little irritated with it.
Yeah, maybe that might be the case.
You gonna get back on those mission tiles anytime?
Once I do this, I'd like to get something actually accomplished.
And I agree, but it looks like those mission tiles are like.
Don't cut it with a blade.
Yeah, you need a diamond blade for that.
Yeah, get diamond blade.
Otherwise, you're just gonna throw rocks all over the Temescal Canyon. I just don't want half-finished projects. You know, like if you're gonna start something, then you should at least. I want you to stick with it.
But Kent isn't the only one avoiding an unpleasant job. Crazy Bones still needs to weld spear tips to 3 of the canopy poles. The problem is that the poles are now 18 feet in the air, and Crazy Bones isn't crazy about heights.
Martin, if I fall, give my truck to Goodwill.
Ow! Is that hot?
Yeah.
You footing that so I don't die?
I got it, dude.
All right. Oh, that's hot.
Hey! If I end up with no hair, I'm kicking your— Ow!
A one-man crew arrives to waterproof or hot mop the fountain. Kent's gone back to the fish scale tiles, and he's traded in his griping for, do I sense sarcasm?
Actually, I've come to my senses and I realized that Steve has a beautiful vision that I didn't really understand prior to this.
Did you consider that monster compared to the traded spaces design we had earlier?
Yes, definitely.
Thank you. Still trying to figure out Kent. If it takes a little ribbon to get him going and get him to finish this thing, then that's what I'll have to do. Whatever it takes. He doesn't have to walk away happy, he just has to walk away done.
Tucked away in a back room, gung-ho Garen has been sewing for 10 hours straight.
I'm on the 2nd awning out of 8, so I've got a lot more to go. I'm trapped in the dungeon.
As darkness falls, Crazy Bones remains on his perch, determined to walk away from day 3 with at least one job completely done.
It's Thursday.
1 day and 15 hours and some change left. Some time's running out, but the guys are making some good progress. We finally got all of the spearheads on all of these posts yesterday. Crazy Bones did a hell of a job knocking that stuff out. We're gonna get this metal done today to go up on the side of the chimney. We're still working on the fountain right now. We're gonna get that fountain skinned out today, get the tiles up, and that thing will be ready to fly soon. Inside the bedroom, we still haven't addressed the bed. And once we get Tara and her people in here, they're gonna make this place look really bitchin'.
Today, even Kent shows up with a positive attitude. After days of sniping and griping, he gets to tackle the project he was brought here to do, tiling the fountain. The exotic Arabian tile comes courtesy of the Emser Tile Company.
I get to do actually something I know how to do now is tile, which I'm gonna get to do today. And we'll tile it today, grout it tomorrow.
But this is a key project, and others on the team are worried.
You know you're gonna need to spearhead this thing if you can.
Well, you know, even Kent assures me that he's going to do a great job and that he knows what he's doing, so...
Well, Kent scares me.
Scares me too.
The thing is we'll give him a chance to get going, and before it sets, if once we see what's going on, we'll just have to pull it if we don't like it.
We only have the framing and the hot mop on this fountain, and it's Thursday.
I can't let somebody walk around and not be productive and screwing us out of a chance of winning this deal.
Their suspicions go beyond Kent's work ethic.
He made a comment to me yesterday up when we were getting ready to dig this last hole for this pole. He made a comment that there were people that were kind of making him look stupid.
I hate when they make me the idiot.
And I said, don't worry about it, just work on, just press on. And he made a comment that he was gonna start to milk it.
I'm gonna milk it now, dude.
No, don't milk it, we need to get done.
I think all the guys are keeping an eye on Kent. They're a little suspicious of him. But if that is, in fact, what he's planning to do, then we'll just pull him off the project.
Crazy Bones calls Steve inside to take a closer look at Kent's other tile project.
Obviously, see what's happened with this.
Because we don't have time
The
to get
work
it right
is
here.
sloppy at best.
He just doesn't want to follow through with it. That's what happens.
Yeah, he doesn't want to finish. Yeah.
Steve decides it's time to hold Kent's feet to the fireplace.
If this was in your bedroom and you paid someone to come do this, would you be satisfied with that kind of stuff on the outside?
Well, for the overall look of the thing, I can take a grinder and grind that down.
Just make it even.
I'm gonna have to defer to Steve. Steve is an expert in all this stuff. I've seen him be an expert in everything. So just if he says it's wrong, it must be wrong.
I've had too many problems with this guy this week. If this guy does not make this fountain perfect, like he begged me to give him that responsibility, if it's not perfect, he doesn't want to be around me at the end of the day.
But 10 minutes later, Kent is done with the fireplace and taking a smoke break. Before tiling can begin on the fountain, Martin needs to apply a coat of quickset.
And once it's dried, we're going to come back and start tiling.
Today, Garen remains stuck in his backroom sweatshop. This one-man sewing marathon is starting to take its toll on his brain.
I don't even know what day it is, what time it is. I know nothing. I'm just in this beautiful little room here.
Outside, our welder powers through a mountain of metalwork.
Eric and Jeff are working together up in the metal shop in the front yard. The gate is finished, ready to be skinned up with the tongue and groove cedar, and they're working on the metalwork to go up the fireplace.
Look at this. The head electrician welding. Huh?
And look at how nice that is.
Bitchin'.
The elaborate chimney piece will be made of dozens of interlocking rings that all need to be welded into place.
Got lots of rings to weld. Got lots of welding. Lots of welding.
It's 2 o'clock. We have 1 day and about 10 hours left. This place is not even 25% done. I don't think that this job's gonna be finished by tomorrow night at midnight, at the rate that it's going now. We have one guy that just doesn't seem to care. And because of that, that's where we are.
With time running out, even the gentlemanly Martin is having second thoughts.
If that's an example you're tiling, that what you've done there, it better not be, because this isn't going to last long. Because we can't have that. This is a focal piece. We can't have it.
I realize that.
monster decorator Tara Stevenson arrives with an armload of Arabian decor.
These are some patchwork sari fabric pillows. I thought these were really beautiful, and they pick up some of the bright colors that we're using outside. So much of this house is really all about the views and the huge windows. So like less is more.
By mid-afternoon, the fountain is ready for tiling. But Kent's only ally isn't quite ready to let him loose.
Once I see the layup, I'll know if he's really got the handle on this. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt and see what he does for us.
Martin turns his attention to the low wooden benches, but he keeps Kent on a short leash.
If you had a rubber
just
mallet,
put the level across the whole thing and tap
yeah,
the
see,
pile.
and you go tap, tap. Don't rush at it, Kent. Take your time. Don't rush at it. Take your time. Don't forget your reputation's on the line with this one.
Exactly.
By sundown, our testy Tyler appears to be getting into the spirit of the game.
So you're gonna finish all that stuff up tonight?
It's gotta be done tonight. Can't go to sleep until it's done.
How do you feel about it?
I like it. It's coming out nice.
Good. It looks good.
Inside, Garen realizes the day's almost over, and he's barely left his little room.
I think they're gonna start bringing my meals and sliding them under the door at any moment now. I just want to get back out there and, work with those guys, because it sounds like we have a lot to do.
Crazy Bones and Eric are steadily working away on the hundreds of welds needed for their Moorish metal piece.
It's after 10 o'clock, and you can see the fountain is finally taking some sort of shape. You can see our sitting area is almost finished. He's getting these benches knocked out. One more side, and Martin will be ready to move on to another project. Hopefully, sometime in the morning tomorrow, we'll have our awnings up. That's what Garen's working on now. This thing should be ready to go on the chimney tomorrow before lunch. Looks like it's finally just about finished.
In a last burst of energy, they weld on the cross pieces that will hold Garen's canopies.
You guys. Yeah, I just heard about that.
At just before midnight, Martin figures that what this team needs most is some sleep.
How about we call it a day and come back tomorrow fighting fit?
Everyone heads off, with one exception. Kent tells his teammates that he's going to forge on through the night and have the tiling finished by sunrise.
Friday!
The team arrives to find Kent still tiling, but to their surprise, almost nothing has been accomplished.
So what happened? Why is it nowhere? It looks almost exactly the same as it did when I left last night.
Well, as soon as you guys left, the power went out, came on for a minute, went out, and I was tired, hallucinating, lack of sleep. I went and got some sleep. I was starting to hallucinate, and I thought that it'd probably be better if I went to sleep instead of just listening, because I was seeing like little Chinese men walking around. I was seeing all kinds of.
Kent's overnight choke has the rest of the team worried that their final day could end in disaster.
I think Kent has totally let us down. I don't know how he got chosen for this build team. I think he completely exaggerated his abilities.
I can't tell you how disturbed I am about this.
I'm sure you are. I'm disturbed too.
Do I need to get an extra set of hands down here on this fountain?
No, Martin can help me right now. Once we get this done, he's taking off. He can go wherever you need him. And we'll handle it.
No, but do I need to get someone else extra to come in here and help you finish this fountain?
No, you don't.
Because at this point right now, I feel like that I do.
No, you don't.
Kent has officially become the loose cannon of this build team. He's like seeing stuff, and he's hallucinating, and anyone that knows anything about tile knows everything has to cure, then you have to grout, then you got to seal before you can put water in it, and that takes a certain amount of time. As it is right now, we don't have that time for that to happen before midnight. Under no circumstances will I let Ann Ramsey move back into this house without a finished build, and she's moving in tomorrow. Does that mean these guys are going to finish it, or we're going to bring in another crew to finish it? well, it remains to be seen.
Giving Kent the benefit of the doubt is a luxury this team can no longer afford. Steve decides to put another man on the project.
I just want to get you guys together because I really like to free this fountain up and get all the hands working on other stuff. Kent, I mean, you know, you're working as fast as you can, but it's just not coming fast enough. So I'm thinking if we have extra hands, maybe one guy cutting, another guy putting it on, maybe a couple guys on each side, knock this thing out, and then we can move on to these other things, and maybe we can wrap this thing up.
You know what? If you guys want to get an extra guy, go right ahead. You know, I've done a lot of that you guys never wanted to do. If you want to do this to me now, that's fine. You can do that.
It's not a matter of anybody trying to do anything to you or anything. It's just not cutting it. You know, it's not a personal thing at all. As individuals, it's not getting done. Period. And I think that's a general consensus. I mean, I think it's fairly obvious. You know, it's like watching a dog try to die right now. You know what I'm saying?
Garen volunteers to stop sewing and start tiling. But for Kent, this helping hand is a bitter pill.
I think it's bull.
I think when I got put on the tile, Kent was really pissed off about it. And I felt like it was really his ego. You know, he was telling everybody for 3 days, and I even said yesterday that I thought Kent would finish the job. And I mean, it's been sitting there for days, and I mean, he had all day. He said he's gonna work on it all night. He didn't work on it all night.
Steve's beginning to think that his worst suspicions are true.
That you had said that you were the goat of the project and you were going to milk it. What did that mean?
I never said that once.
You didn't say anything like that?
No, I didn't say that. You'll never find that on tape. I'm gonna milk it now, dude. I'm gonna milk it, milk it, milk it, milk it.
With Garen pitching in, a fast-fading Kent goes back to work.
At this point, I'm so tired I can't even think.
He sets down his trowel and wanders off the job. The others have shifted their attention to their own projects. Eric makes quick work of the bed frame and curtain track, while Steve covers Kent's tracks by adding decorative metal pieces to the mission tile mishmash. He tops it off with a Moroccan metalwork valance, and one project is finally finished. Eric and Crazy Bones weld the final pieces to their Moorish masterpiece.
We're trying to finish this fireplace piece so we get it painted and get it up, and then we're gonna be jumping on the awning and doing the awning all day.
11 a.m., and Kent is now officially AWOL.
Where is he?
He's laying down somewhere, I don't know where.
Where's Kent?
Exactly.
He went for a lie down.
Why don't we go wake Kent up?
Are you kidding me?
Garen finds Kent wandering the halls with a sleeping bag.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I love it.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Steve summons our Snoozy Susie outside for a reading of the riot act.
The pride thing with this fountain, got to stop. If it's not done, 12:01, you're going to be walking out and you're going to be watching another crew come in here to finish it. Are we clear about that?
Sure, we're clear on that.
Okay, just make sure. You look like you're dying to say something.
Yeah, I am. We need 5 people for this job, and we're all tired. This is the least I've ever slept in my life. And this is one more day, and we don't have excuses. Nobody cares why the job isn't done. It doesn't matter anymore. We have to get the job done. I didn't come here to lose. So what are we going to do to win? Because I want to win. So what are we going to do?
Garen,
Just keep working the same pace you've been working. That's all we can do. Is all I ask.
Does anybody not care if we win? That's what I want to know.
That's a good question.
Without another word, Garen heads back inside to finish his sewing.
He's doing a great job.
I give Garen total credit. The guy's been in a hot, sweaty box we call the dungeon sewing for 3 days straight.
He's the quiet one. He like spoke up, you know?
That little speech from Garen was one of the best motivating speeches probably for all of us.
That was a good performance.
He's passionate about it, and that's a great thing, is he really believes in it.
By mid-afternoon, the team has broken into a sprint to the finish line. Crazy Bones digs a post hole for the handrail. Garen sews the penultimate panel. And with Martin's help, the fountain gets its final tile.
This is the last tile on the fountain today. And Kent is now grouting. And there it goes, in all its glory. And And God bless all who sail in her.
I'm gonna guide you in. Watch that top hinge. I'll watch the bottom.
The gate is ready for a hanging. And Martin finishes off the outdoor seating.
Another project in the bag.
Right now, things are looking better than they did a few hours ago. It's still coming down to the wire. Still have a lot of cleanup, a lot of touch-up to do. But right now, it's just, you know, it's the home stretch.
As daylight fades, Eric attaches the monumental metal piece.
We can officially call this one done.
Our sorcerer pulls off a final bit of metal magic, turning 6 steel balls and a stack of pencil rod into a Sultan's handrail. Inside, Garen sews his last stitch and trades his stuffy cell for the sweet ocean air.
All right, guys, we got about 4 hours and 20 minutes left. When are we gonna get this second awning started? What's the time frame on that?
2 hours.
2 hours.
9 p.m. Eric and Bones weld the last piece to the handrail.
Looks like we got ourselves a handrail. Sweet. Done deal.
The fountain still needs to be rigged with pumps and tubing for the water, and gas lines and propane for the fire.
We've got a big pipe to go in. Pump is going to go here, and then we've got propane coming through the top here. This is going to give us a high-powered flame that we want.
Malcontent Kent watches this final frenzy from the sidelines.
The fountain's done as far as tiling, but it was a catastrophe. It's going to look beautiful when it's finished. We all know that, but it was a catastrophe.
But thanks to his teammates, this so-called catastrophe is closing in on done.
Oh, that worked.
All right. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, guys.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Just watch these.
Two hours, guys. Come on, let's go. Keep it going. You can do it 2 hours. We got plenty of time left.
All right, that is awesome.
There it goes.
That's great.
That is great. Good job. Guys, we can call this one done. Mark it off.
With less than an hour to go, the only major job left is finishing the frame and hanging the canopies. Martin dons a mask and heads up the ladder.
Well, the good, brother. Two more welds.
Bones welds the other end. Steve works on the sliding metal rings, while Kent has a Coke.
This is gonna go.
Make this thing fly, fellas.
With 34 minutes to spare, the curtain comes down on the build week.
Mark that thing off our list.
The team has pulled it off.
Thank you. Those things look awesome.
But Steve's having a hard time calling this a five-man victory.
Guys, come on, let's come down here. 4 guys who have been working. Just can't believe you stood around and watched everybody work and didn't do anything. I didn't see you helping get anything done these last few hours. I didn't see anything. I saw a bunch of guys, I saw Garen almost fall off the ladder 3 or 4 times because he was up there busting his ass. The whole time you're around here smoking cigarettes and drinking Coca-Colas, not doing anything. I mean, how can you respect yourself as a builder on this team this last day or so because of that?
Never.
I have so much respect for Eric and for Garen and for Martin and for Bones. I can't believe it, how much respect I have for those guys and their work ethic. I want you to tell each one of these guys how good of a job they did making you look good this week.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss your ass. I want you to kiss my ass and kiss their ass for getting you some prizes this week. How about that? You need to be bowing down to these 4 guys right here because of them, you get to walk away with a prize kit. Not that you deserved one. at all. So why don't you shake this man's hand right here? Yeah, shake his hand. Say, thank you for winning me some prizes this week. Same thing to this gentleman. How about this guy right here? Thank you, Eric, for getting me some prizes. And this guy, Bones, thank you for crawling up ladders for 3 days when you're afraid of heights. Thank you, Martin, for finishing my fountain. That being said, it's over. And so that's why I waited till that moment to tell you exactly how I felt. Guys, please come down and gather around me for a second. Thank you to those of you who busted your ass this week. Thank you guys for doing one hell of a job getting this job done. Martin, it has been a pleasure. I'm looking around, the fountain's working, the thing is spitting water, it's spitting fire. Those canopies are just obnoxious and great, and I love them. You guys all deserve. Give yourselves a big hand for doing a great job this week, guys. Give yourselves a hand for doing a great job. I do appreciate it. Stamp it done. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Saturday morning, and a cab load of goodies arrives from Moore and McPherson out of Cambridge and Boston. It's time for decorator Tara Stevenson to work her brand of Moroccan magic.
Throw rugs, and they built these low benches, and I thought these beautiful rugs from IKEA would lend themselves very nicely to our theme of the Sultan's tent. People can come and lounge. It could be an intimate dinner party, or you can have, 100 people out here lounging about, and we have the beautiful view of the ocean. It's a really lovely atmosphere out here.
Okay, so we're about 30 minutes away. And I'm actually more nervous than I've ever been. Oh my God. Oh my God. What if I don't like it?
After a wild week in her motorhome, Ann Ramsey is ready to take the Marrakesh Express to her Moroccan monster house.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That looks awesome. It looks awesome. Oh my God. You are so awesome, Steve. Are you kidding me?
No, this is what we did in a week.
This is brilliant. Are you kidding?
Let's check it out.
I love you.
Thank you.
Do you know that? Oh, this looks fantastic. These lanterns are beautiful. This whole thing is amazing. Amazing.
And you got a surround sound system I hear from Just in Time Communications.
How do you say, oh my God, in Arabic? Oh my Allah. Or something. This is absolutely amazing.
You can't have a big hookah fountain without some flames.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a hookah. I never knew this space was so good. This is beautiful. It's more than I could have imagined. Oh my God.
Take a look.
Oh my God.
Go take a look.
It's gorgeous. Oh my God. It's beautiful. I love this color. Oh my God. That is gorgeous.
I think you have 120 candles in there.
It's beautiful. You know how much I like candles. I mean, they're all over the house.
Did we pay attention? Something about a 15-foot flame.
I love the sound.
And the neighbors will love it too. They'll just love it. I've got to show you one thing.
No way. Yes.
See, you wake up in the morning, you open up to this view.
Oh my God. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Oh man.
Is there anything that you don't like about it? Anything at all?
No.
So now let's go meet the builders and pull this off for you.
Yes, please.
These guys have had a long week.
Okay.
Here they are. Here they are.
God.
Here they are.
Awesome. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You were always hidden back here. Thank you. Good job. You guys happy? Oh my God.
Guys, thank you for a great week. The place looks awesome. You guys did a hell of a job. And for that, you get rewarded. You get a Makita 18-volt cordless combo kit, a Makita 10-inch dual-slide compound miter saw, and a Precision Master outfit from Prestolite. Best choice for soldering, cutting, and brazing. Congratulations, guys. Have at it. Take your prizes. Thank you.
Until next time, when who knows, the monster may be coming to your house.
Come, my friends, let's gather round the hookah. Just park your magic carpet over here. there's nothing